What's going on, world? Welcome back to another Money Moves episode. Let's go ahead and see where the millions and millions of dollars and euros have been flowing in the world of technology. ARX Robotics rides defense tech wave with 31 million euros for battlefield robots. German defense tech startup ARX Robotics has secured 31 million euros to ramp up production of its autonomous battlefield robots, which look like mini tanks minus the guns. ARX, backed by NATO's Innovation Fund, will use the fresh capital to advance its operating system, Mithras OS. The software is designed to modernize existing military vehicles with AI, sensor systems, and autonomous driving capabilities. The company estimates it can retrofit 50,000 NATO vehicles with the tech. Earlier this month, ARX announced plans to invest £41 million into a new UK facility where it will build its autonomous ground vehicles. The company expects the plant to produce 1,800 war robots each year once up and running. ARX's machines drive around on treads and can be fitted with equipment such as radar, mine-sweeping devices, or medical stretchers. The largest carries military payloads weighing up to 500 kilograms, including injured soldiers, across the battlefield. The robots are modular and built using off-the-shelf components made in Europe. They're designed so soldiers can fix them on the battlefield within minutes without tools. The vehicles move around autonomously, but military personnel can also control them remotely from a tablet. HV Capital was the leading investor in the company's new Series A funding round. Omnis Capital and existing investors NATO Innovation Fund and Project A also chipped in. In March 2025, EU leaders endorsed the Rearm Europe plan, aiming to mobilize up to £683 billion over the next 4 years to enhance military capabilities. ICSI raises $36.5 million from Amazon and others to bring autofocus to prescription glasses. A startup out of Finland is taking a new look at the market for prescription eyewear. Tapping into innovations in eye tracking and liquid crystal lens technology, ICSI is building low-power glasses that will invisibly and automatically adjust to account for a wearer's presbyopia. Helsinki-based ICSI emerged from stealth, announcing its raise of $36.5 million from a list of investors that include the Amazon Alexa Fund to work towards its first commercial product. London-based VC firm Pluro is leading the latest tranche of Series A funding, with participation from Tessie by founders Hardcore, Eurozeo, FOV Ventures, Tiny Supercomputer, and existing investors. The startup's previous investors, in addition to the Amazon Alexa Fund, include Mackie.vc, First Fellow, First Minute Capital, John Linforce, Elucian, and Bragle Brothers. ICSI has filed and applied for a number of patents around its invisibly smart eyewear. Aiden and his COO, Jussi Havu, declined to talk about too many specifics of the glasses, but in a nutshell, it uses a very small device built into the frame to track your eyes and correspond with liquid crystal lenses that automatically adjust to help the wearer see the items in focus. The price points, Havu said, are still in flux, as there is no product yet to sell. ICSI has done some market research on willingness to pay, and currently the thinking is that these will be priced not like bifocals, but like consumer electronics, comparable with the high-end iPhone at first. ICSI estimates the battery life on its glasses to be about 2 days. The lenses themselves will be built with nearsighted prescriptions, so even if the battery dies, you will still be able to see clearly. Amazon-backed Glacier gets $16 million to expand its robot recycling fleet. Glacier is a 6-year-old company that has developed inexpensive robotic arms controlled by computer vision to identify over 30 different types of materials. The startup has deployed its robots in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, Phoenix, and now Seattle. As Glacier looks to expand its robot fleet to more municipalities, it recently raised the $16 million Series A, the company said. The round was led by Ecosystem Integrity Fund, with participation from Alicorp, Alumni Ventures, Amazon Climate Pledge Fund, Cox Exponential, Elysium, New Enterprise Associates, One Small Planet, Overlap Holdings, Overture, VSC Ventures, and Working Capital Fund. Materials Recovery Facilities, also known as MRFs, are sorting facilities. Governments want more waste to be recycled, but MRFs are having a hard time finding enough people to staff the sorting line. Glacier offers its robots to customers as outright purchases or on a lease-to-own model. It encourages MRFs to make repairs they feel comfortable with, supplying them with training training and spare parts. For those that would rather not, the startup offers maintenance packages. Glacier is also offering a data product in which MRFs and other stakeholders like consumer products companies and government agencies can pay for access to insights about the waste stream. For an MRF, that might mean identifying where on a line it's losing valuable aluminum cans to the landfill. For a company or regulator, it might mean auditing the waste stream to determine whether packaging that's designed to be recycled is actually getting recycled. And more Money Moves news, UK fintech Sprive closes $7.3 million round to facilitate mortgage overpayments. Sprive is a fintech app that has a mortgage overpayment platform aimed at the UK market that helps users repay their mortgages faster using automation and cashback rewards. It claims to save users an average of £10,000 each over the lifetime of the mortgage. Sprive, which launched in October 2021, has now closed the $7.3 million funding round led by Extension, a VC that styles itself as an impact investor. Sprive said the app works by letting homeowners pay off their mortgage faster through their everyday shopping by automatically putting spare cash towards overpayments and continuously scanning the market to help customers find better mortgage deals. Users can pay towards their mortgage from a bank account linked to the Sprive app by shopping as they would normally with mainstream UK supermarkets. They then use cashback offers, discount vouchers, and more in order to pay off a mortgage faster. It does this by allowing the user to save money on the interest on the mortgage and shave potentially years off the mortgage term. In addition, also participating in this round was Channel 4 Ventures, the consumer investment arm of the UK broadcaster Channel 4, Velocity Capital, and 2 Magnolias. Lightrun grabbed $70 million using AI to debug code in production. AI-based coding has exploded in popularity on the promise that it will make developers' jobs faster and easier. But AI code has also resulted in something else, which is a vast increase in lines of code, which thus the likelihood of bugs resulting in crashes or other mishaps. Last week, the Israeli startup Lightrun, which has built an observability platform to identify and debug code before those problems arise, announced a Series B of $70 million. The funding underscores not just the gap in the market for tools like these, but also Lightrun's traction in meeting that demand. New backer Excel is co-leading the round alongside previous investor Insight Partners, with participation from Citi, Gilead Capital, GTM Capital, and Sorenson Capital. Lightrun has now raised $110 million to date, including a Series A that was led by Insight. Last year, Lightrun announced a new AI-based debugging tool to use within organizations' integrated developer environments, appropriately called the Runtime Autonomous AI Debugger. Lightrun's breakthrough has been to build an observability toolset that can monitor code just as it is in the IDE and understand how it will behave alongside code that is actively in production. Lightrun is then able to automatically make adjustments to the code as it moves into production to continue operating without interruption and crashes. It does this by way of being able to create AI-based simulations to understand that behavior and then to fix the code before issues arise. Rare earth metals refining company Phoenix Tailings closes on additional $33 million in funding from strategic investors, bringing the round up to $76 million to support rare earth metal independence. Phoenix Tailings expanded the initial $43 million Series B round, led by Envisioning Partners, to $76 million on a second close. The second close was anchored by Escape Velocity, a venture vehicle founded by former Goldman Sachs executives Ganesh Ramani and Ram Sundraman, along with new investments from Builders Vision, Yamaha Motor Ventures, Empower, and Presidio, the venture arm of Sumitomo Corporation, among several other key investors. The investments will fund the expansion of Phoenix Tailings' proven rare earth processing technology, which integrates both separation and metallization to transform U.S. and allied raw materials into finished rare earth metals domestically. The new Exeter, New Hampshire facility will have a total capacity of 500 tons per year of rare earth metal output, equivalent to the entire annual demand of the U.S. defense industrial base. Initial production will begin this summer with 200 tons per year. Exeter will be the first standalone rare earth refining operation in the United States, capable of accepting feedstocks from mines, recycled products, coal fly ash, and other byproducts, processing them into finished metals. These metals will be sold to domestic and allied magnet manufacturers, supplying critical components to the defense, medical device, and automotive sectors. This expansion comes at a pivotal time. China, which processes more than 95% of the world's rare earth minerals, recently announced sweeping export controls, threatening global access to these critical materials. Meanwhile, global demand for rare earth metals continues to surge. For our next Money Moves news, we have Cast AI raises $108 million to get the most out of AI, Kubernetes, and other workloads. Cast AI, a startup building tools to ease and optimize workloads for AI and other tasks with automation, raised a major round of funding on the back of strong growth and partnerships with major players in the space. The company has raised a $108 million Series C that it will be using for more R&D and to expand its business in core markets like the US and elsewhere. Cast AI is based out of Miami, Florida, but is heavily situated in Europe, and Freeman describes it as a European company with most of its development done in Lithuania, Poland, Romania, and Bulgaria. It has amassed 2,100 customers in the last 3 years of business. Companies like Akame, BMW, FICO, Hugging Face, Nielsen IQ, and Swisscom are among those using its technology to analyze cloud and on-premise capacity and find the optimal cost-performance ratio for distributing compute workloads across them. Freeman says it integrates with all major cloud providers and anything else that a customer may be using. This Series C underscores what else the startup is working on and who else is working with it. G2 Venture Partners and SoftBank Vision Fund 2 are co-leading the round. Aljalay Ventures and previous backers Head Sophia, Coda Capital, Vintage Investment Partners, Greendom, and Uncorrelated Ventures are also participating. Fivetran acquires Census to become end-to-end data movement platform. Fivetran, which helps enterprises move data from a variety of sources into cloud databases, announced last week it has acquired Census, a reverse extracts, transform, and load ETL platform that enables companies to transfer data out of databases into operational tools. Census was founded in 2018 and raised more than $80 million in venture funding from such firms such as Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, and Tiger Global. The terms of the deal were not disclosed, but Census was last valued at $630 million in 2022. Once the acquisition closes, the entire Census team will migrate over to Fivetran, and the Census brand will eventually be integrated into the Fivetran platform. The company thought about developing an offering of its own, but Frazier said Fivetran realized it would be better use of resources to bring on a company that had already figured it out instead. Astronomer's $93 million raise underscores a new reality. Orchestration is king in AI infrastructure. Astronomer, the company behind the Apache Airflow powered data orchestration platform Astro, has secured $93 million in Series D funding as enterprises increasingly seek to operationalize AI initiatives through better management of their data pipelines. The funding round was led by Bain Capital Ventures with participation from Salesforce Ventures and existing investors including Insight, Meritech, and Venrock. Bosch Ventures is also seeking to participate in the round, reflecting industrial interest in the technology. Astronomer CEO Andy Byron explained that the company will use the funding to expedite research and development efforts and expand its global footprint, particularly in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. The funding targets what industry analysts have identified as the AI implementation gap, the significant technical and organizational hurdles that prevent companies from deploying AI at scale. Data orchestration, the process of automating and coordinating complex data workflows across different systems, has become an essential component of successful AI deployments. The company's platform Astro is built on Apache Airflow, an open source framework that has seen explosive growth. According to the company's recently released State of Airflow 2025 report, which surveyed over 5,000 data practitioners, Airflow was downloaded more than 324 million times in 2024 alone, more than all previous years combined. According to the company's internal data, 69% of customers who have used its platform for 2 or more years are using Airflow for AI and machine learning applications. This adoption rate is significantly higher than broader Airflow community, suggesting that Astronomer's managed service accelerates enterprise AI deployments. Moving right along to our next Money Moves news, Supio, Supio, an AI-powered legal analysis platform, lands $60 million. Supio, a startup that uses AI to automate data collection and analysis for legal teams, has raised $60 million in a funding round led by Sapphire Ventures with participation from Mayfield and Thomason Reuters Ventures. The new capital, which brings Supio's total raise to $91 million, will be put towards growth, hiring, and go-to-market efforts, the co-founder and CEO Jerry said. Supio plans to expand its Seattle headquarters and open a new office as it roughly doubles its 100-person staff. Supio, which focuses on personal injury law, offers an AI-powered platform that connects to law firms' existing file systems to assist with case management. Zhu claims that Supio employs human verification to combat AI-introduced errors and ensure reasonable accuracy. Supio has had quite a successful year, according to Zhu. Annual recurring revenue has grown 4 times, as has the size of Supio's customer base. The company's clients now include Hughes & Coleman, Daniel Stark, Thomas Law Offices, Whitley Law, and other personal injury and mass tort law firms. Alright, so that's another Money Moves episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, check out these 2 videos right here, and stay tuned for another Money Moves episode.